Hello and welcome to the final episode of WCAT-TV Home Edition. I'm your host Jason Bardo, joined by co-host Cami Kaminsky. Coming up on today's show, students share what life has been like during this pandemic, and 26 new members are inducted into the Quill and Scroll Honor Society. All this and more coming up next.
In today's news, students will be able to pick up and return items to school next week. Please check your email for your assigned date. Students with last name A through M can attend on May 26th or May 28th. Students with last name N through Z can attend on May 27th or May 29th. You can arrive anytime between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. and should enter through the main gym doors. Only students will be permitted in the building. Masks must be worn. Principals will be monitoring the number of students in the building. Every teacher will have a table in the main gym, and students should drop materials on the table and use a Post-it note to identify their materials. Items to return include textbooks, calculators, library books, and seniors only should return Chromebooks and MiFi devices. You can also retrieve materials from your academic locker, music locker, locker rooms, nurse's office, etc. Staff will return honor cords, art projects, and manufacturing projects. You will then exit through the main entrance doors.
There will be an additional SAT date added to the fall of 2020 to make up for the canceled test dates this spring. Greater Latrobe Senior High School will open as a testing center for this new date on Saturday, September 26th. Registration for the 2020-2021 SAT administrations will open the week of May 26th. Students who were previously registered for the June test will be able to transfer their seat to a 2020-2021 administration. All other students in the high school class of 2021 who don't have SAT scores will also have early access to register for the August, September, and October administrations. This includes students who had registered for March or May and had their registrations canceled or refunded. Please reach out to Mrs. Albright if you have any questions about this.
Congratulations to the newly elected Student Council officers. President David Ann, Vice President Annie Duda, Secretary Casey Elder, Treasurer Raymond Henderson, School Board Representatives Emma Fenton and Lauren Bizignani, and store co-managers David Ann and Tico Angelicio.
On Tuesday, May 19th, 26 new members were inducted into Quill and Scroll, the International Honor Society for high school journalists. Each student dedicated countless hours to the Latrobian, the High Post, or WCAT-TV. For the sake of the student body during the COVID-19 crisis, each publication sacrificed a bit differently. The yearbook staff put in hours of work time to meet the final deadline. The members of the High Post worked to give voice to others in healing and in the capturing of the history in the making. The staff of WCAT-TV pulled together by remotely hosting a 45-minute show every Friday. The Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Jeff Brown, Executive Director of Quill and Scroll, led the new inductees through the process. Congratulations.
Congratulations also to the following WCAT-TV staff members who were named as finalists in the National Academy of Arts and Sciences Mid-Atlantic Emmy Chapter High School Student Production Awards. The WCAT-TV staff for High School Newscast, Bailey Knoll for her documentary Cheer for Latrobe, Annie Duda and Alexis Coletti for their documentary Annie Duda and Her Monologue, Naveed Mitchell for his PSA, The Signs Are There, and Annie Duda and Alexis Coletti for their indoor track promo. Congratulations and well done.
Bailey Knoll was recognized for her contributions to the WCAT-TV staff as a recipient of the Senior Award at the Digital Media Arts Consortium High School Journalism Competition. Lindsay Smith and Hannah Yalders received an Award of Excellence for their Cat's Cafe commercial. Great work.
We go now to Corbin Makar for the 5-day forecast.
Hello, Greater Latrobe. It is time for your local weather report. Looking at today, we're going to see some rain in the morning, turning into some thunderstorms overnight, along with a high of 69, a wind a low of 58. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving on to tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to see more rainy skies, along with a high of 76 and a low of 59. On Sunday, we're going to see some partly cloudy skies, along with a high of 78 and a low of 61. Moving on to Monday, Memorial Day, we're going to see partly cloudy skies, along with a high of 82 and a low of 61. Finally, on Tuesday, we're going to see some thunderstorms throughout the day, along with a high of 83 and a low of 64. Alright guys, thank you so much for giving me so much positivity throughout the year, and signing off as a Wildcat for the last time, it's really going to leave a big part on me. So that's all for your weather report. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Corbin. Here's Alex Woodring with what we can expect weather-wise this summer.
Summer. It's here before we've even begun to realize. For many, this is a time of picnics, beaches, and family vacations. But for others, it's a liberating time and a well-deserved break from everyday hardships. Hopefully, these normal, everyday summer events will become normal once again as the coronavirus begins to simmer down. Of course, many of these activities revolve around warm weather, which is what I'm here to say. On June 21st, the very first full day of summer, which happens to be Father's Day, will be a very beautiful warm day with a very low chance of precipitation. Now, as for the rest of June and most of July, the temperatures will be very well above average, making it the perfect time for some good old outdoor activities. As for the rest of July and most of August, it's going to be very humid, much more humid than the days prior. This is where most of the summer rainfall is going to take place. Now, as for the remainder of August and September, it appears that it will be a fairly normal end to summer. But the only difference between last year and this year is that this year it will be 1 to 3 degrees hotter than last year. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Alexander Woodring, and this has been your yearly summer forecast.
So, what about what's cooking locally? Reporters Ben and Luke Hamady take a look at what some local restaurants have available.
Hey guys, this is the Hamady Bros back at you with another What's Cooking Locally segment. Today we are visiting Aroma Italiano in downtown Latrobe. The owner of this restaurant has a tie to Latrobe High School. His son, Louis Garbaglio, attends as a freshman. Aroma Italiano is a family-owned and operated restaurant located on Ligonier Street near the new LES. They specialize in Italian cuisine but offer a wide variety of options.
Due to COVID regulations, in-restaurant dining is temporarily closed. However, they do offer a daily entree for curbside pickup, Monday through Friday. The daily special is posted on their Facebook page, posted in front of their store, and you can call to get information. Calling ahead with your order is encouraged. You then drive up in front of the restaurant at your requested pickup time and honk. Chef comes out and delivers the food to your vehicle. Masks and gloves are worn to ensure safety, and cash and credit card are accepted. Tonight's entree was lasagna. This meal was $10 and included a side salad, bread, and a cookie. There is a different meal daily. You will definitely want to include this local restaurant in your weekly rotation of carry-out dining.
Hello, and today we're at Aroma Italiano with owner and chef, Mr. Garbaglio. Mr. Garbaglio, how many days a week are you open for curbside pickup?
During this pandemic, we've been open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're open at 11 till 5.
All right, there you heard it.
Thanks for watching our segment of What's Cooking Locally.
If you would like to try to make something in your own home, here's Abby Williams and Tyler Bowers with how to make delicious chocolate-covered Oreos.
Memorial Day is this Monday. Jace had a chance to talk to some local veterans about their desire to serve our country.
Every year, thousands of Americans enlist in one of the 5 military branches of the United States to become part of the most powerful military in the world. As a result of serving the country they love, their lives are forever changed in ways unlike any other. These are some of their stories.
Hi, my name's Robert Dare. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 1988 to 1992.
Hi, my name's John Zalick. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 1990 through 1996.
Hello, my name is Thomas Obardo. I served in the United States Navy during the years 1962 to 1966. I served in the Cuban blockade, during the Cuban blockade, aboard the USS Independence aircraft carrier on the air wing, and I also served in South Vietnam.
I was active duty the entire time. I was stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and the war that was going on, unfortunately at that time, was the initial war in Iraq, Desert Storm. I think the most important thing, and without a doubt the best thing that I got from the military, specifically the Marine Corps, was the structure. I went in at a young age, at 18 years old, and I certainly needed structure, and that has molded everything that I've done from there on out. The structure is what I needed, and it taught me that, and it has, without a doubt, guided everything that I've done from that point on.
The Marine Corps has affected my life in many ways. One, I think it made me grow up a lot faster, mature, more so than other people my age at that time. I also feel that it changed my outlook on a lot of things. Like, I don't procrastinate to do things or get things done. You know, if I'm tasked with doing something, I like to get it done now rather than put it off for days on end.
Well, basically, I became a better person because of the additional education and moving on and developing my skills in the Navy and becoming a petty officer and learning responsibility, being in charge of men under me, and also learning to be more organized.
I think what it has done for me, it has made me appreciate everything and see things that way. You see, the unfortunate things in other countries, everything from war to just how bad it is over there compared to how good we have it here, and it makes you appreciate everyday life and just the freedoms that we have.
Okay, as far as how the Navy changed my outlook on life, it made me think that since there's no longer a draft, that it's more honorable to serve than is a duty. So therefore, anyone who gets the calling for the armed forces can definitely look at it as an honorary thing, honoring the country and your people that you live with here in our nation.
The ways the Marine Corps changed my outlook on life, I don't take things for granted. I mean, you look at what's going on now and what other people are coming home to or going through. Like I said, it's something it's a title you have to earn, so I mean, it's not something just given to you. But like I said, having that feeling that you earned it and it can't be taken away, you're a Marine for the rest of your life.
Okay, the best thing I could say is a quote from the President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. He said that any man who could be asked, what was your greatest accomplishment in the 21st century, would be that I served in the United States Navy. honorably.
We appreciate all those who serve our country and the men and women who have died while serving in the U.S. military. We honor you this Memorial Day.
We would like to showcase the talents and achievements of Greater Latrobe students in each episode. Here is today's musical guest, Chase Waleski.
Have you checked out Imagineering Story on Disney Plus? Here's reporter Sophia Surge with a review.
Disney's The Imagineering Story is an original series created by Disney that is now streaming on Disney Plus. The documentary gives an in-depth look at the history and creation of the Walt Disney theme parks around the world. The show covers Walt Disney's ideas on how he wanted the parks to be, as well as how the parks actually are today. This show is perfect for any Disney fan or anyone fascinated by engineering, design, or building. It focuses on the people, craft, and business aspects of the park and how they come to be what you see when you visit. With this series, you get to see the hard work and behind the scenes of Walt Disney Imagineering. Although this might not be the action-packed or fairy tale ending kind of thing you usually watch from Disney, this series still has something for everyone. Whether you watch for the rides, the design, the engineering, or just to watch one of the most magical places on Earth come together, you will not finish this show disappointed. All 6 episodes of The Imagineering Story are streaming on Disney Plus now.
If you are looking to watch a movie, here is Zach Miller with a review of Rush Hour.
Hello. Today, I'll be reviewing one of my favorite movies. Rush Hour. When Council Han from Hong Kong goes on a diplomatic mission to the United States of America, his daughter, Soo Young, gets taken during rush hour.
Is there a problem, officer? No problem. Just rush hour.
Council Han wants Hong Kong's own Detective Inspector Lee on the case to find Soo Young. But the FBI don't think that's a good idea since he has a personal connection to Soo Young. So, the FBI hire LAPD's Detective Carter to keep Lee away from this case. Carter originally thought that he was going to help solve the case of finding Soo Young. So, he tries to take on the case by himself.
And just watch me handle my business and control the space.
I want to help with the investigation. This is my case.
Your case? Look, you can bag me up.
These two have to work through their differences and to find Soo Young. This movie is a hilarious action comedy full with a lot of laughs, and with Jackie Chan movies, you're gonna know there's gotta be a lot of action. I definitely recommend this movie. It has a 60% rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes and a 78% rating from audiences.
This has been my review of Rush Hour. I hope you go and watch it and enjoy it. But be warned, it's rated PG-13. That's all. Thanks for watching.
It's easy to fall into the habit of spending a lot of time in front of a device while working from home. Don't forget to exercise. Here are reporters Quinlan and Delaney Mulroy with an exercise program you can try at home.
First exercise we'll be doing are planks. Keep your core tight and stay as straight as you can. Next exercise we will be doing are cross-body mountain climbers. Bring your left leg to your right arm and your right leg to your left arm. Now on to Russian twists. These are jumping lunges. These are great for the legs. These are leg lifts. This helps target your lower core and helps strengthen it. These are push-ups. This is great to improve your upper body strength. The next exercise are flutter kicks. These are great for the lower abs. This exercise is bicycle crunches. This targets your side abs, which are called your obliques. Using Lily Sabry's videos, it's a great way to challenge yourself and stay fit. The next program is Chloe Ting. Her workouts are really good because she has many different programs that you can try. Her workouts are good because they follow a schedule that you go throughout the week.
Quarantine has provided us a lot of time to be creative. Reporter Adina Prue shares some timer picks.
Video editors Ethan Mazurk and Christian Wedge got creative with Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects in this next segment. Here's a special effects video they made called The Shadow Monster.
If you are looking for an art project, reporter Joel Miller shares how to make a pinhole camera at home.
Before modern cameras, there was the pinhole camera. These cameras came in many shapes and sizes, and they are simple to make. Start with a container. For this example, we will use a Quaker Oats oatmeal container. Cover the lid and bottom with the black electrician's tape like this. Make sure no light can get in. Cut a 1-inch square and about 2 inches from the bottom of the container. Then, cut a 1-inch square piece of tinfoil and push a pin through, making a perfectly round hole. Use sandpaper if necessary. Then, attach it over the hole using your electrician's tape. After that, you have to cut a shutter to cover the pinhole. Cut a hole into the shutter so you can expose the pinhole. Use black paper so that no light can go through. You now have your pinhole camera.
Broadcast students have documented their time at home during this pandemic. Here are videos by Jaden Alacy, Riley Quinn, Harley Cochran, Tyler Nelson, and Jess Science.
Life during the pandemic has been a mixture of relaxation and relief with a small amount of worry. Though me and my family are having to follow the guidelines and remain safe, we've also found time to do things we wouldn't normally do. For example, we've been taking time to do puzzles as a family, and also play all sorts of board games. For me, life has been standard. I've been keeping up with my friends by playing video games with them and talking over Discord, which is what I do anyway. The only thing that's really changed is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons sessions have moved to online instead of in person. Online education can best be described as different. Though I enjoy the copious amounts of free time, I tend to find that I don't particularly enjoy school as much. I've been keeping up with some reading and writing in my free time as well. Besides those activities, I've also gone digging into our family collection of old movies. All in all, life during the pandemic hasn't been that bad for me.
Coronavirus has affected me in many different ways. For starters, I had my lacrosse season taken away from me. I had worked really hard and earned a spot to play with the girls on varsity, and I didn't get to have my freshman season. It was devastating for everyone, but especially our seniors, whom I've become very close with. I've not only lost that, but I haven't been able to see my friends and family like usual. I'm an extrovert, and I thrive by being around people, and I've struggled to not be able to do that. Also, a lot of my family lives around here, and we get together every Sunday, and it's hard not being able to see them. But through all this, I've gotten closer with my family and have even gotten to see my sister who attends Penn State. And I've gotten to spend some extra time with my other sister before she leaves for college next year. But my favorite part of being home is spending time with my crazy dog Palmer. And although I love to be with him every day, I've found a new sense of appreciation for everything I have and get to do on a daily basis. I've been spending my time sleeping a good bit and watching Netflix or TV with my family. I do a little bit of work every day and play lots of games and do lots of puzzles with my family. To manage my work, I try to do at least one assignment from each class a day so that I can make sure that I get it all done. During this time, my dad's business has still been able to be open, and it's been stressful for him, but he's grateful to still be working. My sister, who's a senior, has been affected greatly by this. It's been devastating that she can't have her final year of high school. My hope for the future is to go back to normal seeing my friends and family and to never take anything for granted. When restrictions are lifted, I look forward to being with the people that I love again and to live my life to the fullest. I will never take anything for granted again because you never know when it will be taken away from you.
The coronavirus is unlike anything we've seen before, and although it's easy to look on the negative, I know we all do. I try to challenge myself to think about all the positives coming out from this. We're all experiencing this, the entire world, and because of this, we're all in this together, and doing our best to support one another. I have used this time to try to better myself. Since most of the volunteers at our local food bank were older and couldn't come out to work, my family and I decided to help out, and it was such an amazing experience. I've also learned how to make masks for my family members. I've actually been quite creative in these times. I've bleached dyed shirts with my cousin. I've been doing a lot of painting and special effects makeup, as well as learning how to make bracelets. One of my favorite routines I've started since the shutdown was going on weekly walks with my cousin. I also enjoy the weekly Zoom calls with my field hockey team. You could also say I've been watching my fair share of Netflix, including shows like The Politician, Tiger King, Outer Banks, All American, and even rewatching The Office. The reason I'm constantly telling myself to think positive is because if I don't, I know all I'll do is constantly think negative. My mental health has really been affected, but each day I'm learning how to cope and come out a stronger person. I hope that the world can do the same thing, that companies can learn from these trying times and make real changes. And I sincerely hope we can all look forward to a brighter tomorrow.
The coronavirus has had a dramatic effect on many lives, not just mine. The virus has not only interrupted daily activities, but it is also causing financial hardships among a lot of people. Due to the virus, I have lost my whole freshman volleyball season in the last couple months of my freshman year. This was hard to deal with at first, but I've come to terms that I have 3 more years to play. I will also be missing out on the Student Council Gateway Clipper trip. This was something I was looking forward to. Another field trip I will be missing is my history class trip to Gettysburg. Hopefully I can go on this trip next year. I also miss watching sports and being able to go into places without a mask on. Traveling is another thing that I miss. Due to COVID-19, Governor Wolf issued a stay-at-home order for all of Pennsylvania's 67 counties. Due to my time I've had on hand recently, I've decided to take daily walks around my neighborhood. For me, online learning has not been that bad. I actually enjoy having work to do. I usually complete most of my work on Monday and Tuesday. I enjoy that the teachers put out all of the work on Monday, so I have all week to do it. I also enjoy teachers having Zoom and Google Meets. Due to barbershops being closed, my dad decided to make me his barber. I don't think I did that bad, but I am in need of a haircut, so hopefully we can get these open soon. Since school is closed, I can finally sleep past 6:30, and I wake up around 8:30 or 9. I have also become a baker during this quarantine. I have baked multiple cakes and some brownies. My family and I also enjoy the Rizzo's drive-thru. It is very good food. Some things I'm looking forward to after Governor Wolf lifts the stay-at-home order is to go golfing with my family. I am excited that Statler's is opening up this Friday. I am glad I finally get to go back to work. I am looking forward to my pool opening. The weather has not been nice lately, but I hope it will be warmer soon. I'm also looking forward to possibly taking a vacation this summer. I hope the virus can die down so we can go to the beach or somewhere fun. But the thing I am most looking forward to is Penn State football. I cannot wait to be back in Beaver Stadium with 110,000 of my closest friends. We will get through this, and I'm looking forward to the 2020-21 school year.
Coronavirus has impacted the lives of everyone in the world in so many ways. The biggest impact it had on me is my senior year. I would have never expected a prom cancellation, postponed graduation, no school for the last quarter, and my cap and gown to be brought to my home. But everyone continues to push on, and I've been able to learn a lot about myself through reflection. This time has helped me realize I want to attend college at IUP. Remote learning was something I had to get used to, but as an art-oriented student, I soon found completing art at home is enjoyable and relaxing. Aside from school, quarantine has brought me closer to my dog, and I'm so happy I can give her the attention now when I couldn't during school days. I've also read more in the past 2 months than I think I did over all of last year. I've been able to get a head start on preparing my garden for this year, and I also learned that I have a pretty green thumb. I've been able to do DIY projects to pass time that I never would have done before, and I've also taken advantage of open roads for late night drives. Although I've been making the best I can out of quarantine, I cannot wait for the day we are told we can continue with our normal lives. We will end each show with a tribute to the class of 2020.
Thank you for tuning in week after week to WCAT-TV Home Edition. Have a great summer, stay healthy, and stay safe, Late Show.
We are all in this together.